Hi, Mom. It's me, your son. A toot toot. Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular 2021 Origins Part 3 The Return Unrated Director's Cut pulls onto the tarmac once again. Tarmac? For InTUESnational. The day where I pick an international horror film that deserves a little bit more attention than, say, I don't know, the endless real-life horror that is living in America since 2016. Hey, let me ask you a question. You ever been a dum-dum? You ever been a stupid diaper baby boy that can't be trusted to make good decisions? I sure have been. When I originally prepared this list in, I don't know, February? I had first chosen the movie Grabbers for the second InTUESnational. Grabbers is an Irish horror film that, while fun, didn't initially grab me. But I was desperate to complete the list so I could start working on scripts. So I chose Grabbers and called it a day. But then I found the movie that we're actually going to talk about. And like the good boy I am, I immediately substituted it on the list because, boy, let me tell you, this movie was not just good, but surprising. But Austin, you scream desperately at your screen.
If it's so good, why don't you just shut up and tell us why it's so good? Stop meandering and get to the point. Also, that's a really cool Night of the Creep shirt you got on.
First of all, thanks. It's a really good and cool shirt. And second of all, trust me, I really want to talk about this film. But I think this movie really benefits from viewers going in knowing as little information as possible. There are plot twists and turns that took me so completely by surprise that I wouldn't want to rob any first-time viewer that same experience. So I'm just gonna have to ask you to forgive me for being kind of vague with this one. Blood Red Sky, also known as Transatlantic 473, is a German 2021 action horror film co-written and directed by Peter Thorwarth. The film follows German widow Nadia and her son Elias as they board a plane, the eponymous Transatlantic 473, bound for New York City. Nadia suffers from an unnamed illness and is traveling with her son to the big city to meet with a doctor with the hopes to get her onto a radiation treatment program. Trouble rears its head when a group of Wall Street bros hijack the plane with the intent of manufacturing a terrorist attack to cause a stock market crash. Trapped on the plane in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, Nadia and the rest of the passengers must find a way to regain control of the plane and make it home alive. If that sounds cool, like Die Hard on a plane, then stop this video and go watch it now. Now, some of you may be wondering, hey, isn't this supposed to be a horror movie? Well, yes, that's the part I don't really want to tell you about. What I've described is only like the first 15 minutes of the movie. Shortly after that, though, the movie goes off the rails and gets really violent and really buck wild. Blood Red Sky is cleverly written and well-paced, even with a 2-hour runtime. While it has pretty intensely visceral depictions of violence, it is handled with care and attention to detail. The runtime could be trimmed down maybe 10 minutes or so, but truth be told, I was just having so much damn fun I was entertained the whole time. But a clever and fun script isn't enough to sell this movie on its own, though. What really finishes the package is some stellar performances from the main cast. Perry Baumeister expertly depicts a mother who's torn between duty and desire. She has a few moments in this movie that are so emotionally riveting that you forget that the movie's supposed to be mindless horror schlock. Carl Anton Koch as Elias is also good, and he's a great little crier. Minor content warning though on this one. The violence is pretty intense, and there are scenes that can feel a little too real, despite some of the more supernatural elements. So viewer beware. So Grandma, if you're watching this, and I know you are, maybe just skip this one. Honestly, Grandma, most of these movies aren't really going to be your cup of tea. If you're a monster like me, however, and you need sad endings to fuel your empty soul, then I absolutely recommend watching Blood Red Sky. Again, do yourself a favor and go in without doing any research. Don't go running off to IMDb or Letterboxd and finding out what people have to say. Just know that it's Die Hard on a Plane starring a sick mommy. I give Blood Red Sky an 8 out of 10. It's a Netflix exclusive, so watch it there tonight and then dork out about it with me tomorrow. That's it for InTUESnational. It's all you get. Get used to it. Come back tomorrow for a Hump Day Bad Movie Night where we watch one of the most questionable movies ever made. If you want to follow along with this year's Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular list, you can click the link below to go to my letterbox. If you want to see more of my face and Tom Atkins' face, click subscribe and the little notification bell and like the video and put in the comments which Tom Atkins face is your Tom Atkins face. How many more of these do I have to do? Is that still on?